She's looking as comfortable as anyone else, so I'm really excited to see what happens. But a time for assuming is nearly over. We can see the concentration in the eyes of James Deane as he sits on the start line there. Same with Cirba, dead focus, both guys looking straight forward at that marshal. Thumb up from Cirba, thumb up from James. The light is set, it goes green, and away we go. Our top 16 is underway, and this is it. James Deane, Benediktas, Cirba throwing it in. Look at this from the machine. Lovely initiation, but Cirba is right there with him, sticking on the side of that S14.9 as the transition for the first time through the inner clip. James Deane's on a lovely lead line, but look at Cirba. He's right there with him, saying, James, you are not getting away from me, as they transition now for the last time, heading up to our zone 2. Little bit of proximity in James's favour. James taking that last transition, full tilt, but look at Cirba touching the back of that car, coming over to the finish line. What a run! Wow. That is insane. That's exactly what we all tuned in here to watch. This is what we expected from two drivers at this standard, and this is only the first half of this battle. James Deane doing a great job here. The only thing that would have separated, in my opinion, would be this transition from James. He was fully committed there. Absolutely. This is a decel zone, no full throttle, hence why you got a small bit of proximity, but Cirba puts the foot down, gets back in there, touching the door of James Deane as they come around the last corner and up to the wall. Yes. Okay, so we have James Deane back on the line, Cirba making his way around. Spotters are in the air telling them what they need to know. As we wait for our start line marshal to get the signal from the tower. Signal from the tower, thumbs up from the drivers. Starts traffic lights, light goes green, and away they go. Benediktas Cirba to lead James Deane to chase. See Cirba now flicking in. Huge angle from Cirba, but look at James Deane. He's right there with him, tucked in right beside that BMW Eurofighter as they transition for the first time. How did James Deane not make contact? Benediktas Cirba is on a phenomenal lead line, absolutely hugging the outer line through zone 2 as they come up now for the last transition. Full commitment from both guys as we see Cirba putting foot to floor, but James Deane is right there with him, pushing him over the finish line. Wow. That is exactly what we tuned in here to see. Two absolute animals in the drift world going to war for our entertainment, and this is just a top 16. Insane. If that was a final, I'd be happy to go home on that one, but we've a lot more coming. The crowd here in Oman is going absolutely mental to that one. Both drivers, hands out the window, waving to the people. I'd say they're as clueless as me. They don't know which way it's going to go. And like I said to Kieran Hines earlier, I would not want to be judging this one. Exactly what we expected from both drivers. Clean, run, good, huge, and I mean huge mutual respect between these guys. They respect each other. They've battled all over the world. Look, two guys straight out. That was cool. If this goes one more time, I know both of them lads will be happy to do it just for a good battle. So we see Cirba out of the car, waving to the crowd. Here's James getting off all the safety gear. Big high fives, big hugs from both guys. Smiles all around. That is what we're here for. It's a competition, but it's a fun competition. That's what drifting is. I think I'm as nervous here now. I don't know. I think the only winner in this is just us, the spectators and the fans, because this is a masterclass in drifting just happening live in front of our eyes, and it's only going to get better from here. The crowd are chanting for one more time here. What? That is unbelievable. They really enjoyed this one. So what will the judges think? So a nervous way from both guys. And the winner is James Deane. James Deane gets the win and advances on to the grade 8. And unfortunately, that's the end of the night for Benediktas Cirba. Him and his team have put in some hours to get that car to the grid this weekend, changing engine after engine failure in the first lap of practice. Credit to them, and I cannot wait to see him back next week. Huge twin donuts from both guys, celebrating, putting on a show for the crowd. That's what it's all about. Yeah, I'm well jealous. Fully carbon car, but it's tucked in beside now the S14.9 of James Deane. This car getting a full new wrap livery for this championship. James and I revealed it the other day, and it looks absolutely stunning. It does. Really liking the colours on James's car, but we're not here for a car show. We're here for a battle, and here we go. It's James Deane versus Naseer Harbali. Both guys coming down like a bow of hell as James throws it in a massive angle. James Deane knows how fast Naseer is, so he has to put foot to floor to try and get away from him. Naseer is doing absolutely anything he can to stick with the machine as they transition for the first time, lining up for outer zone 2. James doing a lovely job now, hugging that outer line all the way around, flicking out to the wall, full tilt transition, but Naseer is right there with him as they come through the last corner, filling the last outer zone, and James brings it out to the wall and over the line. What a battle from both guys. Wow. Great run from both guys there, and it's just brilliant that Naseer said this to me yesterday. He's like, oh, I'd love a battle with James. This season, his tyre went up a fire again, the same as it did with the Ham. That's mental. That's the... I think from experience what we've learned it really is it's just the burnt rubber particles that are coming off, sticking to like the bottom of the quarter panels, bumpers, things like that, and then the bangs from the wastegate and the flame is just ignited. So it's not really the car on fire, it's just a little bit of rubber on fire at the back or the tyre. But yeah, nothing major there. We'll swing these both guys around and we'll go again, and we'll put Naseer in the lead and see what he can do with James Deane behind him. Will he be able to shake off James Deane? Does he have the power, or will the experience of the machine be able to sit there on the door of Naseer Harbali? Okay, lights go green and away they go. Naseer to lead, James Deane to chase. Both cars coming down. Look at the bangs coming out of the bottom of Naseer's car. And nearly did a bunny hop, he banged that much. Naseer though going wide, dropping a wheel. The machine doing very well to just sit there, wait for him to come back on. Now make his dive, start to reel them in as they come through. There's the fire igniting again. I don't know if this is cool or on fire, but Naseer is not letting up. Look at the size of the flames out the back of this. James Deane's that close. He's going to melt his own car, destroying his new wrap as they come around the corner for the last time. That 180 SX is fully on fire. Oh my, what? What? That was absolutely insane, but someone get a fire extinguisher quick, because that one's not going out. Oh my God, how did James Deane stay so close, so calm, so calculated, when the car in front of him was on fire? Absolutely insane driving from both guys. Naseer, brother, please get out of that car, just in case. Wow. James there like, hey man, that was good, but I'm just going to pull off over here. See the disheartened of Naseer, he's not sure what happened there, but it went from a rubber on fire to 180 on fire there, in my opinion, by the wall. The whole back of the car looks melted off that. Watch it here in the replay, you can see the flame banging underneath that car. A violent limiter on that. The wastegate is like mini explosions going underneath that 180SX. But it's just as they come at the end of this corner here, the car goes up in flames. At this point, now I'm like, nah, that's not a rubber fire, that's a car on fire, that's what there. But Naseer doesn't live. Oh, look at James diving in, his driver door, right to the fire going, right, he's on fire, but I seen what happened with the Ham, I'm sticking in there. James Deane's wrap must be melting, and James like, get away from me. Absolutely insane driving from both guys here. Cameraman, everyone going running, don't know what to do. And Naseer, oh, look at the back of the car. He's after melting half the 180. Absolutely insane. He wanted that battle, and that's what he said to me. He's like, I want James at some point this season. Maybe he didn't want it like that. Maybe he didn't want his car to burn. But either way, that was absolutely insane to watch. And something tells me that's going to be one of them clips that's going to go viral on the internet. James Deane dooring a car that was engulfed in flames. Where else would you see it? Only OMAN International Drift Championship. Whew. Right, I may compose myself now. That was class. And your winner is James Deane. James the Machine Deane moves his way into the final four. And unfortunately, that's the end of the day for Naseer Harbali. But that young man from El Salvador has made an impression on the world here. That new car he's built for this season is a monster. An absolute insane monster. Still can't believe he did half a lap with half a car on fire. And James Deane on his door. And now he's probably going to drive it into the pits. What a guy. But in the other semi-final, we have James Deane, top qualifier, and he is leading in Clint Van Hout. Clint qualified in fourth. Both guys absolutely buzzing to be at this stage of the competition. This is going to be an absolute battle from two good friends on the track. 2 thumbs up to the start line, Marshall. The lights go green and away they go. James to lead, Clint to chase. Clint knows James is fast, so he's going to have to commit right from the start. Look at the angle from James, but look at Clint throwing it absolutely backwards, sticking it on that S14.9 of James Deane as they transition. Now Clint makes a dive through the smoke. James putting foot to floor, trying to get some sort of proximity, which he does. Clint has to cut the track a small bit there now, but James is pulling a bit of a gap as we see James transition for the last time out wide. Clint unfortunately not having an answer for James Deane as they come over the finish line. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there, but that was just insane. Maybe Clint throwing on a bit too much angle at the start here, which allowed James just to get away and then gathering up more proximity throughout the lap. This transition through the smoke, absolutely amazing. And then James puts foot to floor from here. Clint just sits back and unfortunately watching James drive away. So it's going to be insane now when we swap these guys around and see what Clint can do and watch James Deane hopefully put a masterclass on in the chase position. Okay, so we have 2 cars on the line. We have Clint to lead, James to chase. A bit of separation there now. Clint could not stay too close to James in the first half of this battle. What can happen? Can Clint pull a gap? Will James be able to stick it on his door the whole way around? As we await 2 thumbs up from the drivers. I think they're just letting the smoke clear there. You can see down in the bottom corner, making sure the track is fully visible for all the drivers. Right, the tower gives a signal to the start line. 2 thumbs up from the drivers. Lights go green and away they go. Clint to lead, James to chase. As we see Clint throwing it in hard, but look at James Deane right there with him. Clint Van Hout on a beautiful wide line through that first one, but James is right there with him now as he transitions through the smoke, tucking in nice beside Clint as they come around now to outer zone 2. Clint on the front brakes, holding that car on the perfect line as they come out towards the wall. James is right there with him though. It's looking like Clint isn't able to shake off James as they transition for the last time. Look at Clint Van Hout's lead line though, absolutely putting it on, but James Deane's that close you could barely see him coming around the last corner. Wow, absolutely wow. Brilliant driving from both guys. Clint's lead line here is near perfect. Look at that, putting his wheel right on that white outer line, doing exactly as he's asked in the driver's briefings this morning. But he just didn't have the pace to shake off the machine that is James Deane. Absolute pinpoint accuracy again from Clint coming around there, but James will be the one to tell you that we can't have a good chase without a good lead. And there you have it, your winner is James Deane. So James will advance to the final, and Clint will be back for the third and fourth playoff to get one more chance of fighting for that podium. But who will he go against in the third and fourth playoff? We're going to have to wait to see. It's either going to be the winner of Eggers or Juha, and that is going to be an absolute battle itself. Two guys who are killing it today. After going through it all one more times, Everton, Eggers, Krogers, Juha, Rintanen. Let's get it going. I'm ready. All I know is, yet again, the drift fans are going to be the real winners here, because this is going to be insane. James Deane the lead, Juha Rintanen in the chase. Here we go, the final. Watch both cars coming tearing down the straight. Maximum angle from the two of them. Juha right there with James on a perfect lead line. I don't know how the judges are going to separate them. Oh, Juha catching the cone on the inside there, maybe dropping one wheel. James getting a small bit of proximity, but Juha tucking right back in there. We can't even see them come up to the wall because of the smoke of their previous run through. James Deane now on a perfect lead line, but Juha Rintanen is still there. Absolutely insane driving from both guys. Give it up for James Deane and Juha Rintanen. Insane. That is exactly what we tune in to watch here. You can hear it by my reaction. The drift fans win tonight. It doesn't matter who wins, the drift fans win tonight, because from the get-go in the top 32, this has just been insane driving, and we got one more half a battle to go. We're going to swap them around. We're going to put Juha in the lead, and we're going to put James Deane in the chase position. Oh, I may settle down there for this one before I get really hyped up again. Okay, we got James on the line. Juha is in the lead. James in the chase. These guys have battled in many countries over the years. Let's see what happens tonight here in Moscow. As we see a dead focus, Juha Rintanen looking dead straight. A cool, calm, collective James Deane beside him. What's about to happen? Well, we don't have long to wait because the light is green, and here they go. The Muscat Arena is about to explode to this one, as we have Juha Rintanen leading and James Deane throwing it in for the final OIDC 2024 Season 6 Round 1. And look at this! An absolute masterclass from both drivers. The European drivers are putting it big tonight. Finland and Ireland been strongly represented in this final. Look at Juha, but James Deane is right there with him. Juha cannot shake off the machine. James nearly touching him, coming around the last corner. There we go. Oh, I wonder, does the judges have a decision on that one? That was absolutely insane. Look at the lead line from Juha, but look at the chase driving from James Deane. Absolutely insane. Pinpoint accuracy from both drivers. Watch this now, this last transition into the last corner. This is where James, like, in my opinion, nearly levels up. Look, nearly touching that car with his front wheel the whole way around the last corner and out to the wall. So, woo, our judges have one last hard decision to make before we head to the podium, but we will not rule out the chances of a one more time. That is still possible. So yeah, the question. Oh no, it looks like they're lining up. So we possibly could have a decision.